Hey girlies, it's time to unpack, so grab a snack and welcome back to Sister Smack.
Sorry.
Wow, you
There you
did your
go.
job. You did your
Hope started dying laughing and I
Okay.
couldn't hold it back.
No, I was laughing the whole time.
I was mid swallow. You started. I was like, I had no choice.
Flashback.
Sierra, you're stalling. Where's your intro?
What's that? I literally have it pulled up. You were talking. I was letting you finish. God, I was trying not to be rude and interrupt. Should I just cut you off every time you speak now?
You do that anyway. You do that on Twitch.
Yeah.
It's a FaceTime, so I don't want to hear it. Just freaking go.
Yeah, but I don't do it when we record.
Don't try to front for the guest. Be real.
No, but I don't do it when we record. I never do it when we actually record, bro.
No, because Sierra cuts me off all the time when I'm on FaceTime with her and Elise. I'll be talking and she'll just straight up start talking about Nate.
But
Sorry,
Sierra's
but
a
you were
Nate girl.
Whatever
is what
you're
I'm
talking
hearing.
about.
she's just a
Sierra's
big Nate girl.
Sierra's a Nate girl. So
He's looking shorter and shorter these days. I don't know what's going on. He's growing in
I'm
reverse.
5'2", so it really don't fucking matter. Everybody's
Me
still
and-
taller than
me and three of my friends were like, let's be the triplets and Nate. And my friend was like, oh, whoever's the shortest is Nate. And I was like, okay,
Crazy.
I mean, accurate.
No, because
Somebody's have
Sierra,
to get on their knees
out.
and then be Nate.
Sierra's freaking out over this edit of Nate, and she sent it to me, and it's literally just Nate standing there. Like, it literally wasn't edited at
Like the
all. There was
emoji?
no
Yes,
music.
it was
It was
edited,
the raw video, like, of him just standing there. I'm like, what am I supposed to be looking at?
So
Is that the one from the video where they're doing the Coke thing and he's
What?
standing there?
No, it was from tour when he was just standing on stage, like standing emojiing on the stage.
Me, Sierra's just like me.
No, but
Me
that's
when
me
Nick
just
does anything.
existing. I'm like, wow, you're really pretty. That's crazy. Anyway.
Yeah,
Oh my god, bro.
Like, sorry, I love the triplets, but Nate is much prettier than both of them are, or all three of them are.
That's a crazy statement. He
so
looks
not.
like a Lego person.
That's
the
crazy.
generic Lego guy that you get in every pack. Like,
Wow.
I will give you he's attractive, but to say he's more attractive than Chris,
He is
My cheeks
absolutely
already hurt
100%
from
more
smiling and laughing
attractive.
so much, bro.
you think he's more attractive than Chris, Matt, and Nick.
Yes.
How does it
Does
feel
it
to be
go in the
incorrect?
cutscene
Like, how does it just feel to be
something?
wrong? That's crazy. Do you
Because
think
I'm
he's
not
more
wrong.
attractive than Justin?
This?
What about
I
Trevor?
know this, but it's
Okay,
got
okay.
liquid in
Here's the
so
thing. Here's the
far.
thing. I don't like full beards.
What
Full
about
beards
Trevor?
like that, not my thing. I need scruff. That's it. That's it. That's why I'm
What about
mad.
Trevor or Nate?
I'm not answering that question.
Got you.
That's too good. Oh my
Don't
god.
like full. Well, then that makes sense because he looks like he's about 17. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, 100%.
He makes me feel uncomfortable because I know he's only a year younger than them, and like he'll be 20, I guess, next year. But I'm like, the man looks like he just graduated from like high school, which I guess he did. But
Oh,
you said he's more attractive than Chris. That's the
I still can't
craziest
get over that.
thing
Yeah.
I've ever heard in my life.
you're
Like,
insane. We got a special guest today. Melissa, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
I'm Melissa E. Fowler. Mel is found on Twitter, also known as Matt's dance partner. I've been told, girl that danced with Matt. I've had all the names, so
Basically, we're just gonna share our tour stories, and just chit chat. So if you guys want to stick around, okay. So Casey, since you didn't get to share your story in the last pod,
Disrespect.
let's share
PG.
your story in this pod, Casey.
Oh, I'm gonna preface this, but I did just tell this story to a friend yesterday, and she laughed at me so hard I just thought I was gonna die. So it kind of bummed my story a little.
Can't promise I'm not gonna laugh either, but
So just a little
I'll mute myself. I'm just kidding.
I have no story, so it's still better than mine.
Just a little disclaimer. Casey's may be on this episode and she may have worn blue to tour, but she's a complete traitor because she actually converted to a Chris girl. So this story, take it with a grain of salt, guys. All right. Go ahead, Case.
I'm not a liar. Hope's just salty because her Chris experience was not a good one. Anyways,
It was fine, but like
It wasn't mine. We'll just no. Okay,
I'm not a Chris girl. I didn't go to tour in orange. I went as a Matt girl, left as a Matt girl. Will always be a Matt girl.
Me with Nick though.
I teeter-tottered my whole time, so it's fine. I also just like disclaimer, if you're gonna like use this, I think her name Ari, the one who does the like edits. Okay, I saw her talk about some stuff with Chris, and everybody's like, oh my god, you guys are in love, and then she's like, no, I don't think that he likes me, and I want you to know I'm gonna be dramatic because it's my soul, but I don't think the man remembers me. Please take this as a joke, as it's intended. Okay, anyways, so I did backstage and the diamond pass. And the diamond, there was nothing special, but I will tell you the pictures were atrocious. So anyway, they have not graced the internet because they're really bad. I don't know why all three of them, I know this is how you know they've never had a double chin, because all three of them take pictures from their feet. Like, what are we looking down for? Anyways, so when we went to backstage, I bought shoes for the tour, and I was like, hey, will you guys sign my shoes? It feels weird when I say it out loud, but it's fine. Chris started with me at the backstage experience or whatever. And I was like, can you sign my shoes? He's like, of course, like, no big deal, whatever. So I was like, how do you want me to do this? And he's like, oh, just put your foot on my pants, and put his knee out. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. Like, I've worn these shoes all day. Like, these are gross. Like, no. And he's like, they're just sweatpants. Like, I don't care. So we went back and forth, and finally he's just like, put your foot on my knee. And I was like, okay. So he goes to sign my foot or my shoe, and as soon as I put my foot up there, I lose balance because I have the equilibrium of a toad. And I about fall
crazy
in the floor. Like, literally, I almost hit the cement floor. And he's like, oh, are you okay? And I was like, I'm good. Embarrassed, want to die, but I'm good. Like, it's fine. And so he's like, well, you can hold on to me. And this is the part of the story that I got made fun of for, but this group here was very supportive. My little podcast friends were very supportive of me. My real life friends, not so much. I decided that my solution in the moment was to like bear hug from the back. There is no evidence of this, so believe it if you want or don't. If you don't, that's fine. But there's me. Chris is bent over signing my shoe, and I am like over him like this, trying not to fall on the floor. And he laughed. He thought it was funny. It was fine. It wasn't awkward. It was good. He did very gentlemanly put my foot back to the ground, which I thought was very nice.
Gentlemanly.
Yes, it was very
crazy.
It was very Prince Charmingly of him. Anyways, but I think he thought had he just let my foot go, I would have hit the pavement. It's just tragic. I'm just too old to not. I need a cane, I guess, is what we've gathered from this. Anyways,
he probably just collected from the grip you had on his sternum that you could not take the drastic change in weight distribution. So he just gently set you back down.
Drastic is correct.
Okay, so now I have to buy a happy 50th birthday card, a cane, and make an edit.
I'll make the edit.
Honestly, no. Skip the cane, go straight to the walker. Shoddy needs dual.
I have one actually.
Dual authentication on both sides. Like, no.
I can send you a wheelchair too. I have crutches. Okay. Those.
This is a humbling episode. This is supposed to be about Melissa. How did we get here? But I want to die.
This is
I don't
great.
know if this
I
can
love
grace the internet. Jesus Christ. I'm sweating.
Holy shit. I'm just audience at this point. I love it. That's great. This
but
is
he
entertaining.
was very nice. I told him I have a channel outside of this that is doing relatively well. And he's like, keep going, do your thing, like, keep working at it. Like, he's like, my brothers never thought we'd be here, and we are, and like, you never know, one video could change your life. It was very supportive, very nice. In the moment, I thought that exchange was like the cutest little thing in the entire world. I was like, oh, he's so nice. Looking back on it, I would have rather died right there than continue to live my life, knowing that I know there are not that many weirdos that are my age that are at a backstage on a tour wrapping themselves up like a fur around him while he's signing my shoe. So like, we'll die knowing that that's a thing that happened. It's
okay, he loved you.
You said her.
Because I'm sweating. Like I am actually sweating that this is gonna go on.
Oh, that's up to hope.
It will. It will. And it'll be an outtake and an edit, and it'll be all over fucking TikTok and everything else.
So while Shadi was cosplaying as a shawl, she was.
I'd rather be a poncho if you must. Thank you. I'm a disposable
hoodie,
poncho.
if you will. Fresh love hoodie, if you will.
It's a bolero jacket. She was texting us like sporadic things, like in the group chat. Like nothing made sense. She was like something. Oh, I'm gonna meet them. Silence. Picture. Silence. Picture. Silence. Trill's here, and then silence. Like.
Hope and I were freaking out because Trill is there. We're trying to get her to tell us more information. She's not answering. We're like,
and all of a sudden, Trill video. I'm like, oh my god.
Listen, that's just how I talk in normal life, okay? You either keep up or you go away. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a disposable poncho that you buy at Disneyland when you get stuck in the rain, okay? So you either take it or you get wet. I don't care.
Oh my god.
That is up to you.
Disposable makes it sound so sad.
My face hurts.
You can reuse those if you like. They're nice enough material.
Optional reusable ponchos, what you're saying. Optional reusable poncho.
I am very much optional. That is very true. It's funny because it's not your story. I'm the one that looks like a doofus. If God forbid, if like this takes off, I have to be quiet forever. If I have to be, I can never speak again.
God, don't forbid. God, don't forbid it.
What if someone has a video?
Ever.
I have to.
Someone like has a video with Matt, and you're like in the background like this.
No, because there was a girl whose boyfriend was filming everything. So there is a chance that I'm in a part of her video. I'm just praying to God she cut it. Because like I don't think you understand, like off pod, I laid on this man.
Honestly, I wish I would rather die than ever be that embarrassed in front of Matthew Sterniolo again. And Christopher for that fact. I dropped. So we went to merch first, right? So my best friend, her dad was holding our line. We went to merch. We got our merch, whatever. We had a whole big bag with all of our merch in it because we bought like everything from the show.
Which is crazy because you bought a bunch of it from the website too.
Which it's
just saying, you guys, she bought the tour stuff from the website. And then she got it again.
All of it.
Anyway,
she bought both the green and the black hoodie.
Excited for that. Anyways, so we have a bag. So like Christopher was the first one for me. So I walked up to Christopher. You know, I dropped all my shit in front of this man. All of it. Just out of the bag onto the floor. He's helping me pick it up. We're wasting our time. Like I had to hurry and they were rushing us. I had to hurry and have him sign my crew neck. But we were rushing. I dropped it in front of him. Man cannot take pictures for the life of him. Man cannot take pictures for the life of him. Like, why is this 0.5 like all the way down here? Like, I got a double chin. Sorry. And like they're blurry skinny and forever. Like, there's so much space and and then Matthew
would have had to like tell him. No.
Hope okay.
No, I did during backstage. I said, "We're retaking these because that's not it."
We're like, no, you need to come up. You could face level, no lower. Can't do that.
That's not it. That's not it. But
Hope,
and then
why are you
Matthew did the same thing.
evacuating?
What?
Fell asleep.
I feel like
Sleeping.
when he honked the horn at Chris was like, get back in the car. That's how I feel right now. Get back in the car.
I'm here.
No, it's insane because like
I feel like I'm at a drive-through. Okay.
Yeah,
for
that's
Matt,
what
it
it looked
happened
like.
the same way. Dropped
what I
my
did.
shit in front of Matthew too, so he's helping me pick everything up, plus the postcard that Christopher signed. So I'm over here like freaking out. Nick is a different story. Like we vibed, but like, and then backstage, Chris called me a W backstage friend. We'll never get over that. I win because my phone was on 2%. I gave my phone to my friend who's a Chris girl. Said, "Here, you could take photos on my phone. If I don't get 0.5s with him, I don't get 0.5s with him." He ended up getting all of our photos, and like he was like, "You're backstage. You're a W backstage friend. Like, imagine doing that." And then I embarrassed my friend in front of her. I said, "I know how much of Chris girl you are." And he's like, she got the orange on. And I'm like,
Oh, I'd have killed you. I'd have killed you.
So, yeah, no, literally.
Wait, what?
You would have died. You'd have died.
Okay, no, here's the thing.
What happened?
We'll save Nick's reaction to your shirt. I need Matt and Chris's reaction to your shirt.
oh,
What?
okay.
What was your shirt?
It said Nicholas Sturniolo is my sleep paralysis Steven.
And it had a
With the-
picture of him.
With horns.
It was amazing. The best thing I've ever seen.
I need
Okay,
that
never
next tour, but Chester and Nestor and Nestor.
Oh.
Wait, what would their name be? Like
I need
for
that, but
Sturniolo
with the
triplets?
nun from Chris's nightmare.
What's Chester, Lester, Nestor? Like, what's their group? Like, what triplets? What are
The
they?
Stester triplets.
Stester?
Esther,
Yeah,
I love
The
that.
Stester triplets. Then you
No, I
got
don't-
Trester, who is Trevor, and Natester. And then they made one for, I think, Jimmy and Mary Lou.
Jimmy Stir.
Oh, that's horrible.
They need to make one for
Jimmy
Trill.
Jester.
Trill has crazy ones from his stream.
Trillster.
Trill's streams, he does the weirdest things. It's so funny.
Why is
makes-
Bester? Why is Bester?
We've gone too far. We've lost the plot now.
Plot.
We're all in that gray
Plot's
area.
long gone.
Anyways, safe to say, I think Matt liked my shirt the most.
Stop.
So, like I said, small talk, it was Chris first. And he's like, "What does your shirt say? Does that say sleep paralysis?" I said, "Very much indeed it does." He's like, "That's awesome." And then Matt was laughing at small talk. And then we went to do our group photos. And Matt was like, "That's the funniest shit I've ever seen." I was like, Thank you. Well, Nick's just in the corner laughing his ass off. As he should be. But so yeah, safe to say, I think Matt liked the shirt the most.
Do you have video of your group photo?
No, because so the way ours did, the security guard was right here, the triplets were right here. You could not see the people's photos, so I couldn't get a video.
Rude, bro. Why do they do that?
I don't know. It made me so
They
mad.
know.
but-
They 100% know they want to film that shit. They just do that
Exactly.
for fucking petty reasons.
Yeah, I got so mad. I cried that night. Like, that was insane. I'm still mad about it. Like, I'm still mad. But whatever, I guess.
No one's ever gonna see my group photo video because I realized my hair only looked good from the front and not the back. Like something was going on in the back. Like it wasn't like that bad, but it was not internet worthy. And I don't need
My
that.
picture was barely internet worthy. I shoved my phone between my legs because I had nowhere else to put it. You can see that shit in the group photo. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, my group photo's not online either.
Nick's and I 0.5. Chris's and I's 0.5. Matt's and I's 0.5.
No, those kids, bro, they suck at
They
point
need to
five.
learn.
Except for Nick, obviously. I mean, look at
No,
my
Nick,
lock screen.
Nick does good 0.5s. I just didn't look good in mine.
But, like- Matt and Chris,
they need to learn.
we're gonna have beef. We're gonna fight because next time, watch. I'm taking the pictures. I'm not gonna be shaking next time. That was.
Did you see
Nick.
the video of that one
horrible.
girl who told Chris he sucks at taking 0.5s?
I was
Danny?
like,
Yeah.
Literally was like, oh.
As she should, though. Humble
No,
that kid.
I
'cause he
agree.
needs to be
He was
humble.
real.
I agree. I just felt like he was so sad.
You know what I also like?
Oh, okay.
The fact that we haven't seen him brag once about winning is insane. I'm like,
No, he did. He literally called Matt Mr. Second Place.
well, I know that, but you think that like the Wednesday videos, he would have been bragging more, but he did
Oh,
not
yeah,
Oh,
brag.
I'm
Who
sure
on
it's
tour? Who on
happening
tour?
at home. I'm sure it's
Oh,
sitting on his
probably.
fucking mantle, and anytime they walk into his room, he goes, "Hey, look at that! Look at
The
that!"
who won the versus.
Also, the picture of him and his recent literally hugging the trophy. Like, they hugging it like
That's
Casey.
valid, actually.
That kid, bro.
See, I'd be hugging the trophy too. Like, I don't know what you.
I'm glad
gonna
that
go
someone
die.
heard that. I'm glad that someone heard that.
Oh my lord.
I said hugging the trophy like Casey.
You didn't have to repeat it.
If I'm gonna be the only guest, I'm gonna make the most of it today.
She's sneaking in stuff like me. She's pulling a me right now.
I will never rest. I will never rest.
No. No, you
Hopefully
won't.
soon. I mean, you're getting in the 80s, bro.
No.
Gotta find another podcast. Is anybody hiring? Is there a group of other females that are looking for a funny fat friend? Because I've got my application ready.
So I went thrifting for the boys because I didn't know what to get them, and I found Matt and Nick's presents so easily, but Chris's was a bitch. Like, I did not know what to get him at all. Finally found this orange crew neck. It was so freaking soft, but it was boring because it was literally just orange. So I spent the entirety of a day painting that bitch with bleach. It came out so cool. Not gonna lie.
It came out so good.
It came out so cool. I'll show you a picture. But
Yeah, she FaceTimed me
when I
while
gave
she,
it to
like,
him,
she
he was
finished
like,
it, and I was like,
he goes, "Oh my
"You
god,
win!" Like,
you
he's
ate
gonna.
that,
I know. I can see him wearing that very soon.
bro." Oh my gosh.
So I'm like, I need one in purple now.
No, because I debated keeping it because it came out so good.
Yeah, she was like, "Should I keep this?" I said, "Just give it to Christopher."
It's like, I want it now. It's cool. It was so soft.
With his number 2 was insane.
That was hard as shit, not gonna lie. But
It looked really good though. So
It looked great.
I'm excited to see.
I spent way too fucking long on it. Okay, so here is the front.
That's so sick.
And then the back.
yeah, like that number, it turned out.
That's dope, dude.
I literally finger painted that whole thing.
Commitment.
I had bleach on my middle finger and I was like painting all the lines.
She's like, no more fingerprints for me.
I didn't have any paintbrushes. I literally drew the stars with my fingers.
Don't
Imagine
blame you.
if you ever had to get your fingerprints taken and they go, this isn't working, and they go, long story. Let me pull up the pictures
Let me show you my crew neck that I made.
that I don't own because it's not for me.
Call Chris Sterniolo. Let him know.
Like, yo, can you get my fingerprints off this crew neck I got you?
The police need my fingerprints. Can I borrow your sweatshirt?
I'm
at the police station right now.
I got Matt a root beer shirt. And the funniest thing was I was gonna keep that for myself. Like, when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, that's mine. And then time went on and I was like, okay, this is for Matt. Like, because I can't find anything good for Matt.
Me,
Matt
when I
just
say
really
something
makes
out
that
of
porn
pocket.
honk, doesn't it? It's crazy.
Hold on, I gotta text my parents that was an accident. And not like a call for help.
SOS.
Okay, here's the root beer shirt. And when he saw it, he was like, oh my god, love this word. And he was so funny. But the thing is, like,
I agree.
I only remember Chris and Nick's reactions. I don't remember no, that was a lie. Chris and Matt. Because yes, I'm fine. It was an accident. Oh.
The way if my parents heard me honk my horn, they wouldn't even say shit. They wouldn't think anything happened.
Okay.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, Chris,
Nope.
oh my gosh, he was so cool about it at first because he was like, oh my god, you made that? And then I showed him back. He was like, damn, that's so cool. But like backstage, the kid was tired. I know that. And I'm not saying he was ever mean to me because he was not. I'm like gonna shut that down right away. But like the energy was just off. Like, because I had such a good time with Nick and such a good time with Matt that like my time with Chris was fine, but it wasn't like at the same level. So it was just like I don't know how to.
Did he win that show?
Low key, no, Matt won my show.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
Nick
yeah.
won my
Okay,
show.
see, I think it's that, but then I also have heard from like Chris girls, oh, Matt's vibe was off. Matt wasn't. I'm like, I feel like the vibes are just because you're wearing their color. They feel more
Yeah.
comfortable, I feel, is like the big thing.
I could see that because I felt more comfortable with Nick.
I'm like, I think
I
just more
thought that
wear.
until I wore blue to tour, and Matt was quieter and more like off with me than Chris was. To be fair, I did almost face plant the concrete. So I mean, you know, probably thought that I was the dumbest person he'd met all day. So
he was fearing for your safety there is why he was all like that.
He was nice to me before I almost headbutted the concrete too. So that's nice. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like I almost died where he was like, oh wow, I've got to help this girl. She's got one brain cell and it's literally just used to lift her foot up.
That's a YouTube video title. I almost died meeting Chris Torniolo.
See that on my channel coming soon.
Like a Mr. Beast thumbnail.
It'll be my head on the floor, just like my neck cracked like hell when I did that too. Got broke my own neck.
How was backstage with Matt? How did you get him to like do that little video with you? It was so cute.
Okay, so he was the last person I went up to just because like Matt Girl tattoo, I really wanted to get my time with him. One of the first things that happened was security. As soon as I got to him, he was signing my shoe. I had him sign all of them sign my gym shoes, the backstage pass, and my hat. And while he was signing my shoe, the security guards go, 2 minutes, ladies. And Matt goes, ignore him. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay. And then I was like, also, I wanted to show you this. I do this thing on my Snap story every day where I do a daily mat dance, and I showed him what it was. He was like, oh my God, I love that. And I was like, do you want to do today's with me? And he was like, hell yeah, let's do it. So I set up the phone. You can hear him in the back going, all right, let's get it. Let's do this. And like everyone on TikTok, like I was having either really good reactions or reactions like he looks so awkward. He looks like he's being forced to do this. And I just want to preface, like, not only did I show him it prior, I also asked him. I didn't force him to do it. But he was all like, you can even hear him in the video going, right, let's do it. I love it. Let's do it. And at the end, you can even hear him go, hell yeah, or something like that. But even afterwards, he was like, I love that. And one thing everyone was like, he didn't know how to do that second one. And he told me, he was like, I haven't done the second one in a while, but I'll do my best for you. I was like, oh my heart, I love him so much. He's so
What a
sweet.
Heart, man.
Yeah,
No, he
and
was
then
so sweet.
yeah, and then talking to him right after, I was talking to him about the tattoo, and he was like, no, yeah, it's like so sick. And my thing is the fact that people are speculating that he did a video for yesterday's problem the other day is crazy to me, because he was like, you got that tattoo like before I even did anything with it. Like, that's crazy. I love it. And he was freaking out about it. So that was, I don't know, like it was just really awesome.
They've been giving us the content the past like 2-3 days. Like it's
I'm loving the
don't
Boston
miss.
content.
loving every minute of it though.
Yeah.
But yeah, Matt, because I was chill. Like in my videos, I was like nervous laughing every now and then, but like I was pretty chill and like good at masking it on my face, but I couldn't control my hands. So like in the screen recording, I was like, do you think you could take the picture? Because I'm like,
Oh yeah, 100%. You can
Uh-huh.
hear me go, I'm shaking a little bit. Keep taking. They were like, I got you. And I was like, yeah.
yeah, like poor Matt. I freaking went up to him and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm shaking. And he was like, no, you're chilling. You got this. It's okay. And then we were talking, like, I was like, okay. Poor Chris. I was like, oh, like I didn't want him to be first. Like if Nick was first, I would have been fine. But the fact that I had to go through 2 of them to get to Nick
Felt that.
insane. Like by the time I got to Nick, I was like I couldn't even like hold in my scream because I just was so excited to meet him.
I think the other day I was like rewatching my small talk videos, and I was crying laughing because that was the weirdest songs I've ever made. The video of between Chris and I and then Matt, you can so clearly hear the difference of me being a Matt girl, because I go up to Chris like, hey, I have somewhat deep voice. I go up to Chris and Matt and I go, oh my God, hi. Like, I sound like the girliest girl ever. And I listened to that. I'm like, that is not me. Like, something took over my body and said, Matt girl initiated. And said, you're meeting Matthew Sturniolo. And what the heck? Like, the whole time I'm talking like this. And then I go to Nick and I'm like, hey, like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
no.
Oh my god. I love Nick. Oh, I literally get choked up talking about him because he was so nice to me. I had the longest conversation with him back.
He was so nice to me too.
I
Yeah.
accidentally locked my phone right after Matt because I was in shock. So I locked my phone, and right before me and Nick took our photos, not only did I forget to show him the tattoo the whole night backstage and freaking at Small Talk, but I locked my phone after meeting Matt, so I didn't notice until right before we took our photos. So I only got us taking our photos. And I was like,
see, my dumbass didn't turn on the audio, so I have the video, but not the audio.
Oh, I bet that's hilarious.
Tested it before I went. I literally tested to make sure it was on the right setting, so I could like.
I knew it. Well, I was like, oh my god, it is. But I was so nervous to meet Chris because he was the first one. I didn't check right before, and I was like,
why did they put Chris first?
No, they should have put Matt first. They should have put Matt first.
Freaking scariest one.
Nick or Matt
He
first?
was so
Chris
nice.
is so intimidating. Like, I love him, but it's just like
Agreed.
I don't know. He's like intimidating, not in a
They
bad
should
way.
have put
It's
Matt
just
first. It should have been Matt, Chris, Nick for me.
it's not like a scary way. It's just
I think it's the fact. Okay, I'm gonna have to probably cut this out. Not gonna lie, it's gonna sound bad at first, but let me like justify. I think it's the fact that he's straight, and I know that Matt is straight, but Matt talks a lot about like having anxiety and stuff like that.
being
So he's
open.
like,
Yeah,
he's just a little teddy bear. We all know he is, but we don't know. That,
yeah.
like we see all the soft edits about Chris, but at the end of the day,
he's the boy who started the Boston Tea Party 2.0.
literally.
Oh,
so like I am
no.
afraid of him, and I'm never gonna get over that.
He definitely has like the fuck boy vibe for sure.
Somebody noticed. Finally.
That's not how he acts. Like in general, like when you speak to him, it goes away completely. But if you like look at just the selfie of him, you'd be like, that kid is a brat. Like,
especially with that jacket that he was wearing on whenever they took Halloween picture. That
the North Face,
like,
yeah.
Sorry, I love the jacket. It's cool, but on him,
yeah.
Well, even like backs. You talk. You've been trying.
No, go ahead.
No. Okay, fine. Okay, like backstage, like Nick was like, just grab a triplet, talk, do whatever. We don't care. Chris was right in front of me. He came up to me, gave me the hat, and then immediately came up. Like he was kind of just standing there, and I was like standing there. I was like, he's the closest one to me, but I'm so scared of him. Like not in a bad way, but I was like, I don't want to. He scares me. Like I was nervous. I was like, I get to talk to him, and he's gonna be the first one. He made it a lot easier. Like, don't get me wrong. Nick had me put my foot up on his knee, and I was like, whoa. But like, I don't know. He was nice, but it was the initial like, yeah, me first both times. It was like
I think that's a general consensus though. Everyone I've heard talk says the same thing. And I think that's the reason when he got to like my show and he literally I went because there were girls standing in line like terrified to move. And so the security guard's like, you gotta move. And so I literally was like, okay. Because I was waiting for them because I was in the back of the line. And so I was like, I was just going to be polite. And then I finally was like, all right, whatever. So I walked up there and then you could tell that like immediately people go to Nick, immediately people go to Matt. And he's like, and so he kind of looked at me and I just went, like, why? Like, I don't care. Like, we're the same height. You're literally like 5 years younger than me. I'm not worried about you. Like, you can talk to me. It's fine. Like,
I am so glad that they weren't significantly taller than me because that would have made me freak out. I was
they were like the same height.
I was eye to eye with Christopher. For real.
Agreed.
Yeah. And I think because I was waiting for Matt because I made eye contact with Matt the entire way walking down the ramp into backstage. Like I was making a beeline for Matt because I wanted to talk to Matt. But then Chris was handing out the hats, and then there was a girl by the time I turned around, and I was like, damn it. So then I went to Nick, and then I was waiting for Matt, and I looked over, and there were so many girls like flocked around Nick, 3 girls behind me, 1 girl in front of me, and no one was talking to Chris at all. He was just standing there like,
That's been the whole collective
And
story
I felt so bad. And the girl in front of me was almost done with Matt, but I just I felt so sad that no one was talking to him. And I go, Chris, I'm gonna bother you. And he goes, sick, let's go. Like, what's up? And we just start talking. And he was nice, but he kind of talked to me like I was younger than him.
He might have thought you were, to be fair.
Talk to me like I was chill with him. And that kind of put me off a little bit because Nick and Matt talked to me like I was a friend.
Another good reason to get tattoos so people think you're older.
Hope I forgot to tell.
Trying really hard to convince her to get a tattoo and she just won't go for it. So
I want one, but I don't know what I want to get.
I'm trying to convince her. She keeps saying she wants one, and then I'm giving her ideas. I'm sending her TikToks, and no.
I have commitment zeros. I can't commit to freaking.
You'll love them.
I will say
I have deeper reasons why I don't want to get one right now, and I want to wait.
It's valid,
but I don't want to go into it on the pod because that's not the place. But
I will say I didn't have any bad. The only picture I didn't like was the group photo, on the red carpet. Chris's 0.5, pretty good, if I'm being honest.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, lighting, no, you win with that.
Well, that's the picture. Lock screen, home screen, photo, profile picture on everything. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, Matt resting his head on yours." I'm like, "Don't feed my delusions. Stop talking." Because everyone's like, "Oh," and the way he looks at you or this and that. I'm like, stop.
It's real though. I've finally gotten over the post-tour depression though.
Mine hasn't even hit. So
mine's still here.
2 days later, I was a mess. I was like, the day after, I was like, yeah, let's go. And then I finally got home and I was like,
Hope was texting me, I missed them. I was like, I missed them too. Because I was like, I gotta see first in the group.
No, because I was telling Sierra, I was like, I didn't even get to say anything I wanted to say. Why did I forget everything I was going to say? I'm so mad about that still. Because I had things I wanted to tell Matt. I had things I wanted to tell Nick.
I didn't do backstage, I didn't record any of that, but the small talk is because I blacked out. I don't remember what we talked about. So the fact that I have the proof with Matt and Chris, I'm like, okay, we're chilling. I remember that. I don't know what I talked to Nick about. I really couldn't tell you.
I'm so glad that my mom was filming and that because I have the screen recording and then my mom was allowed to record the meet and greet too. So I'm so glad I have that because I did not hear a word that came out of Nick's mouth. A freaking word. I remember it completely differently. So thank God, because I remember it was just me talking and then it was us taking a picture and then he said bye. That's all I remember. And that's not how it happened. Not even in that order. I don't even know. It was crazy, but I just blacked out. I need another chance.
Glad we all had the same blackout experience. So makes me feel better.
I've been watching them since before 100K. So it was a lot to meet them. Period. So how
long has everyone here been watching them? Because I've been watching them since the beginning of 20, right after I graduated in 2021. So May, June.
Same.
Beginning of 2021-ish?
Casey?
Sometime this year. Yeah.
That's so, I don't know. My friend, started watching them this summer, and I was like, that's so cool. I don't know. I think
I just
awesome.
got my sister on them. Matt girl, of course she is.
As she should be. Big bad B Bernard, Maddie boy.
She was like, you met them and you didn't take me. And I was like, did you have the money? She's like, no. And I'm like, exactly.
No, because you saying that just reminded me of Bernard. My dad bought me a stuffed animal, and not because he doesn't know anything about Matt, but his name, the name that comes on the tag is Bernard. The freaking bear's name is Bernard.
I have a squishmallow. His name is Bernard.
I named my lightsaber Bernard.
You do too have a Bernard in your life, audience.
Let us know who the Bernard in your life is.
Yeah. Okay.
Please don't let me know. I don't care enough.
All right. Well, we got.
And have your comment be who the Bernard in your life is.
Bye. Casey, run it up.
So like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. I'm the most awkward person to ever grace this planet. Help me, Jesus. No, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe I should run it down into the ground.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to turn on our post notifications so you get notified every time we post a new video. Head on over to our Spotify, our TikTok, and our Instagram at Sister Smack Podcast. And don't forget to rate us 5 stars on Spotify. You know you love us. Oh no.
That's what she's. Well, yeah.
I don't love us.
Wait, who's gonna do? Are y'all gonna subscribe or what?